Welcome to the September wrap-up on Nerdstrodamus.
Oh.
This episode of Nerdstrodamus is brought to you by the SNES Mini Classic, or Classic Mini, I don't remember. While it may not be in our living rooms, it's in our hearts. So, welcome to Nerdstrodamus. I'm Dr. Pants.
I'm Lambo.
And
I'm SLOTAD.
Right. Occasional member of the Nerdstrodamus team, but always friend.
Always.
Always. So, we're bringing you a video where we're going to talk about things that happened in September, what we played, things that have released, some news, things like that, and just kind of discuss them.
Oh yeah.
So, what's been going on in September?
It's been mostly just fan service, right? This past month. It's basically just like, here's all this news that you've been wanting forever, and here's all these games you've been wanting forever.
I mean, I would argue from some aspects, yeah, we got all the news we want. In other aspects, no, not at all. But we'll talk about that. But Lambo, how's everything been going for you in September?
So far, you know, it's September.
You had an issue with your Switch.
I did. So yeah, I got Sonic Mania towards the end of August, and I turned it on, played a few levels, and then my Switch died. I've been having Wi-Fi issues with it for a while, where it was like wouldn't connect to Wi-Fi, or I had to be really close to my router. It was kind of strange, and slowly, like that got worse, along with the Switch getting a little slow, and then I just tried to, it just didn't turn on. That was it. It was bricked. I didn't know what to do, so I called them up, and I was like, please save my poor little Switchy, and they were really nice about it, of course.
I mean, I've dealt with Nintendo customer service in their repair department twice, and it went really, really well and really, really poorly. So I wasn't sure how yours would go.
Exactly.
I'm glad it's back.
And then I hear all these like words of news on the interwebs about parts not being available, and they have to like fight Apple for more Switch parts and stuff like that. And so hopefully I was going to get my Switch back, but they had it back to me rather quickly. I think it was a 4-day turnaround.
Oh, and that's really quick.
Yeah, it came back, and I was like, whew.
They just take two Joy-Cons like defibrillators.
Live. No, I got a nice little printout. They just said, they actually said that they couldn't replicate what the problem was, but they replaced the possibly offending part. That was like the language in there, and then it's been working wonderfully since. So,
okay, cool.
Yes, I'm ready for Mario. I was like, it better be back before Mario hits.
Oh well, Mario's like the end of October. So
I know, but like
that's next month.
But there was just that off chance that like it's water damaged, somehow, or spilled pancake batter on it, or something.
Well,
weird.
that was like the 3DS last year. I tried to replace where I turned it on and like there's just a black line on it like right out of the box, and they kept coming back to me like, you did this. No, I bought it like this. Stop trying to blame me. Fix my machine.
What are you doing? Cartridge in your mouth? Did you put the cartridge in?
I have not done that with a Switch cartridge yet. I've been really tempted. There are just times I pick one up and I'm like,
I did it on the unboxing video.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
It was not good.
I'm still tempted. I almost have to know, but SLOTAD, anything happened to you in the month of September gaming wise? It was.
I've been playing a little indie game. Like, I don't know if any people have ever heard of it. It's called Destiny 2.
Oh, we're gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
We're gonna get that.
That's been my month of September. that really has been.
Mm-hmm.
And like as far as gaming news for me, like nothing. There's been a lot of game releases and stuff, and we'll talk about that. Which we might as well just jump right into it.
Mm-hmm.
September's release is the big one, of course, being
Destiny 2.
Destiny.
And you're wearing the shirt.
Wearing my E3 shirt. Yeah.
You are wearing your E3 Destiny shirt. So we were all Destiny 1 players. We played all the DLC, and some of us did all the raids and everything. And some of us are dorks who just never got the time to do it.
You guys don't have enough friends.
Oh, that makes me sad.
No.
We have you.
Yeah.
You did this.
Anytime. I love I don't know if you guys had the same impact as me because of that, but at the beginning when it shows you like your miles of accomplishments, like you did the first raid, that was really cool.
We still got a bunch of that, and I have to say that while Destiny 2, like none of your equipment or anything carried over,
Nah.
you got your character, which didn't really matter because you barely see your face or anything, but that beginning like cinematic where it shows you these cool like very artistic representations of the different milestones, and it's like you did this on this date with these people. And of course, I'm laughing as I'm going through it because every single one of them is Lambo, and then it's like randomly one other person we know.
Did they show you the raids?
Yeah, it did.
The two raids we did, yeah. Which was then you and your group.
Yeah.
With the two of us. And that
Who
was
are these people?
Oh, I remember. I friended some of them, but how do we feel about Destiny 2? I mean, it feels like Destiny.
Yeah, feels like Destiny. I mean, story's a lot better.
Oh, well, that's because it's actually in the game. And
yeah,
you don't have to go looking for the Grimoire cards and
everything. They really improved on that. The only thing the big thing I don't mind, you haven't beaten the story yet, so I don't know if it really. How far are you in it? Or?
I'm on like the last level.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's not far from the end.
My big thing about it is that you can't really. It doesn't really feel like you're fighting someone, because in the beginning you're fighting this big Cabal General Gaul, and as soon as you get through the opening cutscene, watch out for the Fallen, watch out for the Taken. Okay, but I'm fighting Cabal.
Yeah.
The only time you see him is in cutscenes pacing back and forth.
Yeah, that one guy. Yeah. Now, I will say the Cabal seem like a constant on every planet you go to.
Yeah.
Which is cool, but yeah, like... And in all honesty, the beginning where it's like, oh, I'm taking the light, and like you lose your powers and everything, and then the next mission, you've got your light back, hooray!
Yeah. And then no one questions you. They're like, "You got your light back? Where?
Yeah, like, where can we go?" And the thing is, it's not like it was a one and done kind of thing because you
go back
every time to get your subclass. But I mean, the story has its plot holes, especially the fact that throughout multiple cutscenes they talk about, oh, there's this one guardian who got his light back, and I'm sitting here going, there's two of us. Thanks.
Yeah, we're all here.
Yeah. So it has some plot holes, but the story is still like leaps and bounds better than the original vanilla Destiny 1 story.
Oh, well, okay. So we're talking vanilla Destiny 2 versus vanilla Destiny 1?
Yeah.
If you want to go that way?
Yeah, I was going to say, then
there's like 3 times the content easily.
Oh, yeah.
The adventure's crazy.
Yeah, and the amount of characters that they throw in, like every world has its own sort of like little mini story that you kind of go back to.
Yeah.
I love that.
They give you characters in pairs. How about that failsafe?
Yeah.
Oh, failsafe. I'm getting
that's like seriously the best thing since like Portal with it's like
failsafe.
Yeah, I know.
With Nathan Fillion.
Yeah, I know. yeah. So it makes it pretty awesome.
The gameplay itself feels like Destiny 1.
Yeah, super good.
I mean the addition of changing the weapons around. Like now it's not there's just these main weapons, there's just these side weapons, and then there are heavy weapons like I love that it's a main physical kinetic gun and then an energy weapon, and anything can be one or the other.
Yeah. It's really nice to just like shotgun everywhere. You could do a shotgun everywhere.
You can have 2 shotguns now.
Yeah.
Well,
I haven't had a shotgun primary yet.
I was gonna say I have not had a shotgun that wasn't a heavy weapon. I'm pretty sure that shotguns are only heavy.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Yeah, it's like
my bad.
They added shotguns to heavy. They added grenade launchers.
Then I mean hand cannons. Hand cannons.
Oh yeah,
hand cannons.
I'm just running around hand cannons all the time, or sidearms, whatever. They
dual wield.
Yes.
Everyone still uses Meta multi-tool though. That's everyone.
I know. I get into Crucible, and that's what happens. I had to laugh because I read Game Informer's article on it, and they're like, "Oh, they changed up the subclasses so much," and I'm sitting here as a Titan going, "Nope." I'm still a Guardian, and I'm still doing like most of the same stuff.
You can run around as a Striker now. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but it's basically the same thing as when you went, the Hammer.
Yeah.
Or the Shield now. Like,
I love the Shield.
Oh, I do too, and I ran Guardian all the way through, or Defender all the way through Destiny 1.
Yeah,
because that was my class.
It's useful.
The bubble shield.
Yeah,
and also punching things and making orbs.
Well, that's just being a Titan.
Yeah. True.
But, but Sunsinger is rather different.
Is it still called Sunsinger?
No, but it's whatever the Sunsinger.
Yeah.
One knows. But it's at least you can do something that you're special now instead of just bring yourself back from the dead.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah,
it's crazy how you just get that sword and just swing around.
It's awesome. Yeah. I know. It made it kind of cool at least to start, but then once I got my other 2 back, it was more just like kind of stepping into familiar territory.
Yeah.
I wanted my Force Lightning back. Yeah.
I will say one of the things I did like is how they made every subclass like it is offensive and defensive. Like for Titans, we get the shield no matter what.
Yeah.
That we can throw up, and as a defender, you can either go the full Captain America, run up beating things with your shield, or drop the bubble shield.
Yeah.
Which I like having the option to do both.
Mm-hmm.
And aside from that, like something I like to talk about is I love how they changed the open world part of it. Now there's patrols, but there's also those adventure missions.
Those are awesome.
Which are actually like as in depth as some entire missions.
Yeah, they're like story missions.
Yeah, but there's so many of them.
Yeah, I did all of them as I did the story, so I got them all out of the way. They were really cool.
we have done barely any. I plan to go
There's
back.
There's so many.
I know.
It's hours of content, and it's great.
That's fine.
And that's the kind of thing that, like, I mean, it was kind of what I hoped Destiny 1 would do, is that they would maybe periodically just, like, update them and just, like, throw little... it didn't even matter that we weren't getting new full story missions or something like that, but just something extra to bring us back to the world.
It was like a patrol with meaning.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is great. Yeah. That's all you had to do, is put a little story into a patrol, and that's what they did.
Mm-hmm.
I love that on the map, public events, they pop up and they tell you how much time until it shows up.
You don't have an app or a website open to tell you when they pop up
Urzok the Hated. Urzok the Hated was that one public event you had to do in, was it the Taken King or was it?
It might have been just a normal Destiny one, but like by the time House of Wolves came out.
No.
The Wolves would show
It was
up.
not part of Destiny 1. It was added later.
Was it?
Yeah. But I know, like, the wolves interfered with it and everything, and, like, I was constantly on my phone going, okay, we have, like, 3 minutes till this starts. I hated that.
That's so nice.
Yeah, now it just pops up and tells you, and...
The only thing I keep forgetting, like, all the maps are super huge, and when you make a new character, they don't give you a sparrow, so you have to walk everywhere.
Have you gotten yours yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Make sure you buy an extra for your second character.
Okay.
Just buy it, put it in the bank.
Extra. Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I
didn't do that, and it was a trudge through the second character.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, I made a second character in Destiny 1 and barely did anything with it, so I only ever...
You get extra loot.
Yeah, I'll wait for that.
If you're a clan, you get extra clan
I'll wait for that year 2 thingy. They'll
that automatically bumps you up to your max level.
I'll just wait for that.
Well, if you beat the story, no matter what level you are, when you get your engram, they'll level you up to 20.
Okay, good.
So,
cool.
Okay, good.
Okay.
And if you have a first character, your second character levels up much faster.
Okay.
Like it catches up. I have friends who their second and third characters are higher than their first account.
Wow.
So it's just how the engrams roll.
Cool. And I love the clan thing.
Yeah.
Because like we don't play that frequently because, you know, day jobs and life get in the way.
Mm-hmm.
But I joined a clan and I pop on there and it's just like, oh hey, I've got this Ingram available.
Yeah.
And I know yesterday when I was playing, I had a power level of like 206, 208, and suddenly I'm just getting Ingrams that are power level 220.
Oh yeah, powerful gear's dope.
Oh yeah, and I'm just thinking this is fantastic and a great way to help balance it out.
How about those bright engrams? I like those.
Oh yeah, they're great.
Well, it gives you an opportunity to get things that other people buy because they can't wait.
No. I wasn't being sarcastic. I was being serious.
Okay.
And don't you get one like every time you fill up the XP meter?
Every time you level up past 20, you get them.
That's kind of nice.
Yeah, it is nice. It gives you a reason to keep going back and like playing. And
but I think that's sort of like the whole, Overwatch.
Yeah, it's
like,
totally loot box.
Loot box kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm loving it. It feels like more Destiny, but at the same time, it's refined.
And there's so much more.
There's so
like
much more.
Your bang for your buck right out of the box is.
But they needed to do
ridiculous.
that. And in all honesty, I kept saying, like, Destiny 1 originally had come out was, like, proof of concept. Can they do it? And then by the end of Destiny 1, it was what it needed to be. Destiny 2 was them going, okay, now we're going to release a legitimate, full-fledged Destiny experience right out the bat. And they did. And it's really, really cool. But they'll keep releasing more content, and I'm sure we'll talk about it as time goes on.
Oh, yeah.
I still have yet to put my DLC code in. I've just been playing too much. It's in my case. I gotta put that in.
I did not get the season pass.
Yeah, I was one of. Yeah, I got the.
They really haggled you for that.
I mean, I've worked at GameStop. I know.
Oh, okay.
But still, like, come on, guys. If I say no, just let it go. Just let it go.
Got a new special guest.
Yes.
Oh yeah, this is Taria.
This is Taria, the gaming cat.
Does she actually game? I mean, she plays, but...
Yeah. She enjoys MMOs.
MMOs?
MEOWs.
Sorry,
guys.
Oh, my God.
Gotta pick up that pun slack. Sorry.
Yeah, no, don't play with the mic, though.
Yeah.
So there goes my September. What else happened in September besides Destiny 2? We could talk for that for hours. Oh, God.
Okay. Here we go. So the next big game I figured we'd talk about is one that's like 7 years in the making, or at least, 7 years.
More like maybe close to 25 years in the making.
Well, since the last like legitimate copy of or game in a series came out, and that was Metroid: Samus Returns.
Yeah. I thought you were talking about Star Fox 2.
Oh no, that one is like 25 years.
Yeah.
Like we'll talk about that later. But Metroid: Samus Returns, so the first legitimate Metroid game to come out since Other M.
Yeah.
Which was like Oh crap! I don't remember.
What, 07?
It's for the Wii, so at earliest 07.
It was a little later. It was towards the end of the Wii, so I want to say it was 10? Like 2009, 2010. Mm-hmm. I think I'm the only huge Metroid fan sitting here right now.
Yes. Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So I was really, really excited. But also on that note, I didn't hate Other M. I actually really like it, despite what everyone says. But
I have a sealed copy I got for $5 at a Five Below.
Woo! In all honesty, play it and enjoy it. Just kind of ignore the story.
But it's still sealed.
It's not worth anything.
It's worth $5.
I swear they had it at Walmart for $50.
I know. I've seen it.
They still do. They still do, which is ridiculous.
It's so stupid.
But so Metroid: Samus Returns, a remake of the original Game Boy game, Metroid 2.
Return of Samus.
The Return of Samus. And they redid pretty much the whole game, keeping only the premise. Mm-hmm. They added new equipment, they added new enemies, new bosses, and everything. And I've been playing it because I love Metroid. I mean, Super Metroid's my jam, Metroid Fusion, Metroid Zero Mission, Metroid Prime.
And the Prime games.
Even Other M. Like, I love them all. And to be perfectly honest, the only ones I can't really play were the original on the NES, because there's no map. Mm-hmm. You would have to draw it yourself.
Yeah, draw your own map.
I ain't got time for that. Or Metroid 2, which I have played, but it was difficult for me to get into. I didn't play it until I was.
That was one of those games I got when I first got my Game Boy back in the 90s.
Yeah.
And it was good, and it was awesome, and had this kind of epic feel to it. But I just I was too young for it. I think for my patience.
You played a game for playing a game.
Yeah. It was like, oh, cool. I have a Game Boy. Here it is. And the Flintstones game got more traction from me.
Well, you were.
It was the Flintstones movie game. It actually wasn't that bad.
I played Tetris and Donkey Kong. That was my two Game Boy games.
Oh yeah, Donkey Kong was amazing.
So much fun.
Yeah.
But so Samus Returns, I've been playing it, and I'm not that far into it. But the basic gist of this one is like, there's a bunch of Metroids. You're going there to destroy them on their own home world, and you've got a set number of them you have to kill. And as you progress through the game, they get more and more advanced. But so I like it. But I know I was talking with Lambo about this, and like I'm a little underwhelmed.
Is it because it's mass genocide?
No, I knew there was that. That's what every Metroid game is. What are you talking about?
Only genocide? Come on, Nintendo.
Give me more.
But that's the premise of the next Animal Crossing game,
Mass genocide.
The mobile one?
Oh man. Oh no. Nook, why?
He got tired of just taking bells. Now he wants brains.
He wants lives.
What was I talking about? Oh yeah,
Metroid.
So I'm a little underwhelmed. It's good and it plays really well and it feels like Metroid, but at the same time, like going through the first couple areas, the enemy type count is like a little low, and I'm running into the same enemies over and over again. Which
there's been a lot of people very upset that like a lot of their a lot of the more interesting or cool enemies from the original.
From the original Metroid 2 were cut. Yeah. And I understand that every like Metroid game, there's a lot of repeat enemies. They're just reskinned for different areas.
Yeah.
But that also brings me to my next point is like I'm on area 3 or 4, and so far all the areas have been really similar.
Oh no.
And I'm like going back to Super Metroid, and all the areas are super different.
We want that like huge color difference, that palette change. We want that.
And maybe that's it too. Maybe going from, instead of being like a 2D game with 2D graphics, now we're on a 2D side scroll but with 3D graphics.
2.5.
Yeah, maybe that's causing some of it. But the locales just don't feel as diverse, and it's fine. It doesn't bother me too much. It's just I'm a little underwhelmed. But then maybe again, all that time building up to, oh my god, this is a new 2D Metroid game. I really want to play this. And now it's like, oh, it's okay.
Did you get that amiibo?
No.
But isn't one of them squishy? Isn't the Metroid squishy?
I don't know.
I heard it was squishy.
Oh really?
Yeah, I heard
I
it's
must
like
squish it.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah.
If I find one, I will pick it up. But
You're not gonna find one.
You don't know.
Like Justin Roiland tweeted about not being able to get one, and all his fans are like, "Take mine."
Okay, here's the thing though. Everybody, when an amiibo comes out, talks about how they can't find it, and now you can walk into a Toys R Us and it's buy one get one 50% off, and the rack's just filled with pits and marths and villagers. I mean, I could just buy the Holy Trinity for like $20 with amiibos.
All right, so you'll get the Samus amiibo in like 2-3 months,
Yeah,
or next year,
or in a year.
next holiday.
Just wait.
Next holiday.
Yeah, I'm just gonna wait.
You'll get the card that they've been talking about for a while, and there's no amiibo cards yet.
There's Animal Crossing amiibo cards. That's really it.
That's it.
Yeah,
that's it.
But with Samus Returns, like if you're a Metroid fan, you need to play it. It is 2D Metroid, and I know a lot of people out there are really, really loving it. I'm enjoying it, and like by no means am I hating on it at all. It's just maybe my hype was too high for it. I'm super hyped for Metroid Prime 4.
What about that? Did that co-op one come out yet?
Federation Force?
That's been out, right?
Yeah, that was like last summer.
You want to talk about Federation Force?
No.
I want to talk about Federation Force. Let's arm up.
Let's arm up with Federation Force.
Yeah.
The fact that Samus isn't in it. It's super deformed style.
But we're Samus.
No, we're not. We're a bunch of Federation Force dudes who run around in chibi-style mech suits and just do...
You love mech suits.
I can't.
You do love mech suits.
I do love mech suits, but I can't. Not this one. Federation Force, I read all the reviews, and it sound... Unless I got you guys to play it with me, which I really doubt, considering Lambo and I have had copies of Final Fantasy Explorers for going on a year now, and we have never played it once.
What about
I have played it,
but not together. We haven't.
EDF 5's coming out soon, right?
Yeah. EDF 5 is coming.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, we need that.
We need more EDF in our lives. But anyway,
a stereo.
Yeah. Jinx. Go on.
Go on. I had a friend who he also got Samus Returns. Huge Metroid fan. He's already beaten it in every difficulty mode, like last weekend. It's like there's the normal mode, hard mode. When you beat hard mode, you unlock fusion mode, and he beat that, and he just makes these long posts of how you'd swear he was married to the thing. Like I know you probably love Samus and all that, but you're criticizing it a little bit. He doesn't. He's like, get it now.
But again, that's fine, and like maybe I'm just missing something. But I'm also not all the way through it.
Yeah,
I'm like
something might happen.
I may be like a third or a half of the way through it. And I'm just
maybe 3 buddies come tag along.
No, shut up. I'm not playing Federation Force. But
they discovered the power of friendship.
So I can't talk about Gundam Versus too much because I haven't gotten it yet.
Yeah.
But I did play the beta. I really liked it. It's a bit multiplayer, a bit single player. There's a lot of different modes to it. There's like almost 100 different suits to play as. So if you're a Gundam fan, it's awesome. If you're a mech fan, it's probably pretty cool. I most likely, if we do this next month, I will be praising it and just talking about it.
Are they still releasing new Gundams before that game even came out? Because I kept seeing specific trailers for specific suits.
They were doing trailers for specific suits for a while leading up to it, and they also talked about a bunch of DLC ones.
Okay.
Gundam Age, I want to say it's all 3 versions of the Age 1.
Okay.
Which was a series never came out in America. I think that's getting DLC down the road. There were 3 DLC suits for pre-ordering it. I know I got them through Amazon. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you got it through pre-ordering through GameStop or anything. I never... Mm-hmm. The only time I ever saw anything about a pre-order bonus was on Amazon.
Okay. So. Yeah, I remember like last week I saw more like Gundam trailers, and it's like, are they still adding to the roster?
They probably will.
I like DLC. That. I like when games don't tell you everything.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen anymore.
No, yeah, we know way too much about everything before it comes out.
Yeah.
And we know about it way too early. And
yeah.
As much as I love Gundam, I actually ignored all the trailers.
Yeah.
I saw the big news about the Age 1 coming out because on the Gundam subreddit people were just talking about it constantly. Mm-hmm. But I ignored the trailers. I didn't want to see what else was out there. And when I played the beta, of course, I went through
all.
I went through everything, and I'm just like, yes. But I'm excited. I'll be happy to play it when I get home. But aside from that, there's probably one other game that we should talk about a little bit, and that's Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
This was definitely on my list of like games I really wanted this year.
And
it
you didn't even know it came out.
Yeah, I know. Like
I
it came out.
Didn't know it came out either.
Yeah, I know. And like I barely saw something about it, maybe on like IGN or GameSpot or something like that. And then I didn't even look. I was just like, okay, because just over the past while I've felt just like, I don't know,
busy.
Just jaded about fighting games.
Particularly Capcom, because with Street Fighter 4 and with Marvel vs. Capcom 3, they did that, and like Injustice, they did that whole thing where it was like, okay, here's the game.
Yeah, it's full price.
And it was full price, and then it's like, but there's a bunch of characters you can unlock.
Yeah, and
right away.
Yeah, and you're gonna spend like $40 overall by the time all the DLC characters come out.
But then you wait a year.
Not in most of the cases, not even.
Not even true. But then we got Marvel vs. Capcom 3
Definitive Edition,
and Street Fighter 4 the complete, or Ultra Street Fighter 4. What else?
Yeah.
And like Mortal Kombat did it, Injustice did it.
See, Mortal Kombat was actually committed the worst sin. They did it, and then were there more characters even afterwards?
I don't remember.
Oh, that would be terrible.
Yeah.
I don't remember. But so with Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, I know we talked about, like, do we get it right away or do we wait for a definitive edition to come out? And I talked with a friend of mine who buys games right away, and he said that this game went the way of, like, Rainbow Six Siege, Street Fighter V, where you get the base game and that is the definitive version of it. But then each year they're going to add, like, Season 1, Season 2, Season 3 characters,
That's probably
stages.
The slightly nicer way of doing it.
At least they're being upfront about it.
Yeah.
But then that means what I would do is I would probably wait a year, or I would wait for that game to go on sale.
Get like a Game of the Year edition or something.
I don't even know if they would do that, because I don't think Rainbow Six Siege did it.
No.
They're on, like, Season 3, and all you can buy is just Siege. Yeah.
Now, it can still happen.
Yeah. Now, I also know that Street Fighter V, because I got into this discussion, did a thing where you can buy the extra stuff with, I think they're called Fire Points, that you earn by doing multiplayer matches online. So
that's cool.
So you don't have to pay money, but you have to be a big online
Well,
player.
and that was the thing about Rainbow Six also, that, like, if you want any extra characters in Rainbow Six, you need to play, like, way too much.
Yeah. Right. So it's great for people who do play a lot of Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite if they do that. But otherwise, I mean, you can pay per season, which I don't mind.
Yeah.
And in fact, I think more games need to follow that, like Madden.
That's
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's at least better than the old DLC practices. You know, of
a lot of people are doing that trend where you get the in-game currency that you could either buy or earn, but it's a lot like mobile gaming, how they like limit your lives or something like that, and you can buy more lives. I think they're following that kind of trend.
They are, but at the same time, like I said, I don't mind the season thing so much.
No.
It's because rather than getting like yearly releases of full-priced games, now it's the same game as it usually is, but now we're just getting updated content for a cheaper price. Kind of the way Destiny 1 did the Taken King for $40 and Rise of Iron for $40. What?
Just a sour taste in my mouth paying $40 for one DLC.
But the Taken King added a
lot. But it was just, I'm a little salty.
I don't mind, in all honesty. That didn't bother me.
I had my hours of fun in it. I had a lot of hours of fun in it.
Definitely.
I already have 60 in Destiny 2, so.
If I get a full price game at $60 and I get like 40 to 60 hours out of it,
oh yeah,
I'm fine.
No, you can't ask for more than that. That's a full on JRPG.
Like, unless you're Persona
story
5.
mode only. Yeah.
But
how far are you into that one, by the way?
I'm 90 hours in, and I want to say I'm on the last dungeon or second to last dungeon. I'm close to the end. I had to stop for a little while because I.
Wait, you didn't know the plot twist? There's another 50 hours.
No. I got to the plot twist.
Yeah, you unlock the Dark World.
Dark World.
The plot twist in that game, the internet ruined it.
I have not seen a single thing about Persona 5 besides the menu meme.
No.
That is it.
So
I'm good.
So actually, it got ruined in the dumbest way possible.
Was it a Kotaku article?
No, I subscribed to the Persona 5 subreddit. They've not spoiled anything.
Okay.
But then somebody did this fan art where it was like the different party members with a Pokemon team that represented them.
You're not gonna spoil it for us here, are you?
I'm not gonna tell you what happened.
Okay, cool.
I just know that one character, they made specific Pokemon choices, and I looked at it and I went, "Oh, come on!"
No.
Really? Something subtle like that?
It's subtle. Now, I kind of expected it anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a plot twist I kind of saw coming.
So it was like the missing piece that connected it almost.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Which I'm not upset with, because Persona 4, there's a plot twist that in the game I didn't see coming. Apparently other people didn't, and I made some wrong choices because of it. This one, it's really blatant, and you're not going to miss it. But at the same time, it got spoiled for me beforehand, and I was just not super happy. But
that's what happens on the internet.
Yeah. So, I mean, we could talk about a whole bunch of other releases, or we can just go into what have we actually been playing this month, and we talked about Destiny 2.
Yeah.
Have you guys been playing anything else aside from Destiny 2?
Have you?
Oh, I got my Switch back, so I'm Sonic Mania.
I have also been playing Sonic Mania.
Yeah.
I have not. I still need to get it.
Yeah. I made it to probably one of my least favorite worlds of all time. So in Sonic 1, there's the underwater, with the bubbles. Yeah. It's like, oh my god, I don't know. And then like I beat the first level that I'm familiar with, and then like you get to the second one, they're like, it's good.
I'm currently stuck on the Metal Sonic boss fight.
That wasn't that bad, actually.
My problem with it is if you go through the level and then go to the Metal Sonic fight, unless you're really efficient, you run out the timer really easily. So I died because I hit 10 minutes.
Yeah,
wow.
That's how I died the first time, because the one version of the fight, it's so hard to hit him, actually.
Is it the one where you have to bounce the ball up?
Yes.
This sucks! I hate that!
So I kind of accidentally did it a few times, and then just kind of kept rolling with
Trial and error.
Yeah.
So it took me a while, but it was good. And Sonic Mania, it's
a nice love letter to Sonic fans, and I'm glad that Sega put out a Sonic game that's good.
Yeah. And
I mean, it is a rehash of some old levels while giving you new content.
Yeah. But here's the deal: the new levels, they fit perfectly side by side, and they don't feel like weird, something weird and tacked on.
No, in fact,
it's kind of weird.
In fact, the only way you even know it's a new level is, number one, you haven't played it. Number two, the background's a little more dynamic most of the time.
And there's usually some kind of awesome gimmick in every level.
Yeah.
That I think that's really like the Nintendo pie right there. Is that like every level needs a unique gimmick that you never do again, and Sonic Mania does that.
Yeah. Aside from that, I've been playing Miitopia. Which
what's that?
Another game I have to get.
In all honesty, like I remember when they announced it, and I was the person who bought Tomodachi Life, and I played the crap out of it.
But you're also like a huge Find Me fan.
Oh yeah.
Oh, whoa. Oh. Anger.
She protect, but also attack.
It's the problem with living with cats.
Yeah.
But I was a big Tomodachi Life player. I am a big Find Me player. I do the Street Pass games. I own them all. I Street Pass constantly. And I saw this, and it's like Tomodachi Life, but mixed with the JRPG. Yes! This is everything I wanted. Throw in giant robots, and we're golden, which I almost got. But
okay, fair enough.
So, I mean, it's basically making Miis and going on a JRPG-style adventure. The combat is autonomous except for your Mii. Yeah. But then you can... The part that I really, really enjoy is you can put any Mii's face on pretty much anybody. And if you're like me, it's nothing but parties of your friends.
I mean, that's the whole point.
Yeah. Well, you could make it like, I'm on an
download
adventure.
A bunch of Mii's with Snoop Dogg and
Iron Man
or
Donald Trump and like go on an adventure.
Or the cast of Friends.
Or the cast of Friends, which I didn't do. I did
someone do that? Because that sounds like a great idea.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
No, I just did you guys, and it's a little weird because the relationship system's kind of odd because like everybody wants to hang out with everybody and they get jealous and they give weird gifts. Like I want to say your brother.
Have you ever gotten like angry at me because my Mii did something stupid?
Yes, actually I did.
Yeah.
So it's you and my wife's Mii both do the same thing where you'll be like, I really want to get new armor. I want to get a new weapon, and I'll give you the money to go do it. And you come back and like, I bought a banana.
I got a banana.
And it's like, woo. Go buy the clothes I gave you. You give me the excess money left over.
Bananas are delicious, though.
Bananas are delicious, and they're health restoring items.
Don't want to cramp.
But like it's a lot of fun, and it's really, really silly.
My favorite interaction is when two friends are like having fun in the hotel, and then it slowly pans over to the one guy who's jealous at the window.
No, that happened all the time, and it was so weird.
I love it. I love it so much.
But, like, there's a class system, which is really cool. And you start off with, like, the basic classes. Like, it's fighter, mage, cleric, thief. And then there's, like, pop star, which is a support class, and it's kind of cool. I almost made you a pop star, but I couldn't look at you while your Mii is sitting there in leather pants with a sash and a fedora.
Wow.
I couldn't. I just couldn't. So you became a cleric. But then you unlock other ones like cat and flower and princess and scientist. The scientist class, of course, like, I made myself that, and it was awesome. But then the third round of new classes, I got tank. And it's not like an RPG-style tank where you're like a big defender. You're legitimately a tank. You sit in a tank suit with a gun turret on your face, and you fire bullets at people.
Like Bobobo style.
Yeah, except...
Girls Panzer style.
Yeah, we need to play that. Yeah, we need to play that really bad.
Except I found out one problem with it. In order to do your big attack, you actually have to load one of your friends into the gun and fire them at people. And because the game is based on relationships, if you do it enough, they hate you.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And I got real tired of like going over to them and be like, I'm really sorry.
People throwing you shade for...
Yeah, like...
So it's just you dragging everyone along and firing them out of your cannon.
Yeah. The game was really, really fun, and I really enjoy it. And it's a great, like, time waster that I will still, like... I've sat there and played it for, like, 2 to 3 hours at a time sometimes.
I wish that they had, like, a console version, because that looks like a great party game. Like, people just sitting down, all the wacky stuff that happens.
It's like Dokapon Kingdom, but with Mii's?
Yeah!
Oh, why haven't we done that? Oh, you know why? Because it would destroy all the friendships.
It would also take 4 hours.
4 hours. It took me, I think the timer hit.
I was underestimating.
It took 30 to beat the story of Dokapon.
Oh my goodness.
We have the Jackbox now. We don't need party games.
I got a new one.
Yeah.
It's called That's You.
That's You.
It might be free on PlayStation right now because I got it for free. Nice. It's a Jackbox game, except it involves you taking pictures and drawing on people as well. And it's all about like which person in the room is more likely to eat too much food, and everyone just votes on the person, and then like you just call people out, and you get points for if more than one person votes for that person. So yeah, it's really fun.
I'm down for that.
That's pretty awesome.
It might be free on PlayStation right now. I got it like 2 weeks ago. So
if I'm not too distracted by Gundam, I will check it as soon as I get home.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we've been playing Night Trap a little.
Oh yeah, Night Trap! The remake of that came out.
I don't know what that is.
So back.
Are we that old? Are you that young?
I don't know.
Night Trap was this. It was kind of like a point and click, old school style adventure game, but everything was all the graphics are live action.
So it was it's like old, like early '90s, like VHS style.
Okay.
Whatever. And so the premise is that there's like it's sort of like a weird dystopian future. You don't really realize it until the thing starts. And there's like this group of people. They go to this house, and then there's these like guys who break into the house and try to kill them. And your job is to like catch them and basically you have control of all the traps in the house.
So it's Home Alone.
The house is set up with like security cameras that you can flip through, and like
Five Nights at Freddy's,
and traps that you can
very much Five Nights at Freddy's. Yeah.
Wow, way to be original.
Yeah.
Well, the game came out in...
It was 25 years ago, so 92?
Yeah, in 1992. Yeah, so Five Nights at Freddy's copied them.
Yeah.
Except Five Nights at Freddy's is horrifying. This is silly. There's a musical number.
Yeah, Night Trap.
Yeah, some of the best original
like really
music
horrible,
ever. Yeah.
But like the acting's horrible. It's
kind of horrific though.
Yeah.
Like when you start to see what these guys like, they're going around capturing some of the people. When you see what they're doing to them, it's like really, really kind of.
They're kind of like drilling into their heads and their necks.
It came out on PS4. The remake.
No, I meant the original.
Oh, the original was
NES
a Sega CD game.
Sega CD.
It was Sega. It was some CD system back in the '90s. So it might have been Sega CD. Might have been a Philips system.
Okay.
Might have been the CDI.
Yeah, it might have been. It was some old game like that. But it was. Yeah.
The remake's a lot of fun, and we've sat and played it, and maybe someday we'll put up like footage of us playing it, and like.
Yeah, it's the kind of game where like you will lose the first like 100 times you try, and it's more just about like learning when to
trial and error.
Yeah, because I think you have to last 45 minutes.
45 minutes,
and the longest we've made is a little past
18,
15.
Yeah, something like that. Lol. There's some creative editing on this one.
Yeah, but I mean, I think that's really what we've been playing the most of.
Mm-hmm.
I've been playing a lot of Dragon Quest 8 for
on the 3DS. Yeah, you were texting me.
I love it so much.
I got it, and I really do like it. I just get distracted.
Yeah, I was playing it exclusively for a while, and then I mean, Destiny 2 came out, but I was playing other games for a little bit. But I have the one new optional party member, which is good. Still need to get through the story to get the other one because apparently you just get her automatically. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's my favorite JRPG, so.
And I really enjoy it too. Just like I said, I get distracted easily, particularly with JRPGs.
Yeah.
It took me 3 years to beat
Sometimes
Xenoblade.
You just,
I mean, this one isn't particularly long. Yeah, that's what I do. Yeah. The reason I have so many hours is because it's just an open world, and I check every corner of open worlds because you never know when there's a chest. No. And I feel really mad when there's no chest, and I went out of my way like 5 to 10 minutes to this area that looks like it should have a chest and it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's old school JRPGs for you.
That's so annoying. It's space for the sake of having space.
Yep.
Give me a reward for looking at the space.
Not everything has meaning.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes looking at the space is your reward. Like, look how pretty this is. Look at this scenery.
In Zelda, like the top of every mountain has a Korok seed in it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like there's not a single mountain you don't get to the top of, and you're like,
but that's also the difference between a game that comes out in 2017 and a game that originally came out in 2004 or 5.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
So that's all we've been playing in all the recent releases. Let's talk about any news that came out in September and like give our take on it. And of course, the biggest one that we always love to talk about is Nintendo Directs.
Woo!
There was a lot of really cool stuff in the Direct. The first one we're going to talk about, it was like the one I flipped out most over, and I always do. Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Yay!
I didn't see that one yet. I heard a lot of criticism about it. Actually, I heard it didn't look that great. Like
originally
graphically.
Originally it didn't, but when they showed the trailer, they showed like the same scenes again in the new trailer, and it's definitely changed.
Okay.
People are still complaining that it's too anime for them.
It's a JRPG.
Well, it's a Xeno game. Like, do you remember what Xenosaga looks like?
Well, and that's one of those things where, like, moving from the old school, like, I look at, like, some older, like, Japanese RPGs as not being very Japanese. There's not, like, a ton of that in there. Like, you play an older Final Fantasy, you know, you play Xenogears. There's like
Xenogears is anime as crap. Like the character pictures are constantly there. And
no, I hear you, but you can almost forget about it just because of the aesthetic of the rest of the game, you know. And then like suddenly, you know, Xenosaga comes out and it's nothing but like long cut scenes and everything's all super anime and voice acted and
reminds me a lot of the Ghost in the Shell opening.
Yeah, right. Exactly, yeah.
But like I don't think you can really complain about Xenoblade 2. I understand that like Xenoblade Chronicles 1 was not very anime at all in how it looked.
Mm-hmm. No.
And like this one changed the art style, but number one, art styles change. Go back and look at Xenosaga 1, 2, and 3. I don't think any two of them have the same art style.
I mean, Chronicles X kind of is anime.
Yeah, it is.
Compared,
yeah, and that goes back to looking.
Like the step.
It looks more like Xenosaga 1 or Xenosaga 3.
1 or 3.
1 or 3.
Not
Pick
2. 2.
Vote in the comments.
Yes, but so anyway, they did like change the graphical style a little bit, not too much, but you can definitely tell that they're putting more work into it. The lighting effects are better and everything. They gave a little bit more on the story, explained a little bit more how the system works. It looks really, really cool. I was on board to begin with.
Oh yeah, all they had to do is put a title screen on, and you're already on.
Oh yeah. I was screeching during the original Nintendo Direct.
You squeed like I never heard you.
I could hear you from where I was, and I was far away.
Yes, I broke the internet just squeeing, as I'm sure many people did. But they announced a collector's edition for it.
I saw,
which I've pre-ordered.
Nice,
some sweet loot.
Yeah, I mean it's a 200 and some page art book, steelbook case, a soundtrack. I'm fine. They announced a Pro Controller.
That actually looks pretty sweet. It's hard to say no.
The Pro Controller?
Yeah.
I'm really sad I own a Pro Controller already because I want this one.
I mean, you can buy it, and I mean, I'll buy yours half price.
Yeah.
We'll see.
You know, when you go pick it up, GameStop's going to call you up a week ahead of time and go, "Hey, I saw you pre-ordered Xenoblade. Would you like to buy the Pro Controller?"
Except I'm canceling my pre-order at GameStop because I have it through Amazon. And
well, I'm surprised you didn't want to pick it up as soon as possible.
Well, in all honesty, I've got Amazon Prime. And
yeah, I guess you get it on launch day.
Gundam Versus
most of the time.
Gundam Versus is the first one since I signed up for Prime that did not show up on launch day, and that was an issue that apparently they had anyway. So,
yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And also, we got a release date for it, December 1st of this year.
Yeah, I know. It's.
I'm still shocked it's coming out this year. I was
they
fully
made it,
skeptical.
Yeah. Like so they've had this thing where like, oh, we're announcing this awesome game, and then next year.
There's still time.
Yeah,
there's still time.
There's still time for Mario to be pushed back.
Oh no, don't say that.
But let's also be honest. Like, how many Nintendo games have actually been pushed back aside from Zelda lately? And Zelda, we know was pushed back because of the Switch.
Oh well, originally Smash Brothers was supposed to be a holiday title.
So that was pushed back to like March.
Or was it a holiday title?
Well, the 3DS one came out in like March, and then the Wii U one I think came out around holiday.
It came out around holiday. Yeah, it was the fall of that year.
Something like that. Yeah. Or one of them came out in the summer. That's what it was. 3DS was summer, and then the other one was fall.
But I mean, like, I don't think we're gonna see it get pushed back, especially because this entire time they have said it is this year, it is this year, it is this year, and then
they're trying to reassure themselves.
And then they actually did give us a release date.
Yeah.
I mean, they gave us an actual release date and everything, and I mean, we've seen what the combat looks like. We've seen the graphics make a jump from that original trailer, which that original trailer was January last year. So
yeah, it was. Wow.
Yeah, like think about that. I mean, I know I'm picking it up. Lambo, I know you played the first one. You really liked it. You played X. You liked it. Are you planning to get this when it comes out right away?
Yeah, definitely. It's once a year I'll get a JRPG.
This is the one.
This is the one.
You didn't get this guy?
No, I did, but like
that's two.
But I've already technically like
He's
played
that
most of it before. Yeah. So I'm just kind of like
he should
rushing
get
through it now.
5.
I might.
You can always
just
borrow mine. I have yet to even touch the thing.
Yeah. I might just at some point. Yeah.
It's
really good. I know.
It's 100 hours.
Who cares? It's worth it.
You can't even play other.
No. He's not allowed to talk about time because he bought the entire series of Smallville on Blu-ray and blitzed it for a month and a half.
I got through it in 8 weeks. 10 seasons of 100.
No.
10.
Time is not a factor for this man.
Somebody save me. It still like haunts my dreams.
It haunts my dreams. I need to watch it with you. I was just in the other room.
There were a couple of good episodes in there.
A couple out of 10 seasons.
There were a couple of really great episodes in there. Yeah.
Okay, enough about Smallville.
No. The best 3 episodes of Smallville. 3 episodes in a row.
The 3 last ones.
In like season 8 somewhere, they like ripped off 3 horror movies in a row. They did a Flatliners episode that was exactly the plot of Flatliners. They did an episode that was Saw, and it was like Lionel Luthor and like Superman stuck in a thing, like Saw style. Like someone was like on the TV screen, like torturing them and stuff like that. And I forget what the other one was, but it was really cool and stupid.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
It's like whoever they handed.
They got 2 more seasons after that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
No, it just ends after that. Yeah. We saw Superman. That's it.
Just thrown.
SLOTAD, are you gonna get Xenoblade 2? I know you.
I'll get it only for the sake of every JRPG that comes out. I get a panic attack of how much they sent here.
Oh, like Xenoblade 1?
Yeah.
How that was a GameStop exclusive, and there were so limited copies, and then suddenly a like buttload of used ones showed up for like $100.
Yeah, I drove 2 hours after a plane flight to visit my dad in Florida to get a copy for $80 used.
That's
I never want that to happen again. So when a JRPG is announced and is going to be out, like I have this impulse to buy it, or else it might happen again.
I mean, I did that a lot back when I worked at GameStop. I bought a lot of JRPGs and played a lot of crap. Now I tend to focus more on the ones I know I'm gonna play.
Okay.
Like I'm gonna play Xenoblade 2.
Oh yeah.
I've played and beaten every Xeno game except for Chronicles X right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say you didn't beat Cross yet.
No, but is it Cross or is it X?
They call it Cross.
Okay.
All X's in Japan, they're like, it's Cross. Like Monster Hunter double X is double cross. Yeah, cross. Double cross.
I don't know.
Give me a plus sign.
Also in the Nintendo Direct, we got Mario Party Top 100.
That's a 3DS title, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where they're just
2DS title.
The only thing is it only matters to like old school fans. You know, like if you're a modern Mario Party person, there's probably not a lot there for you.
Should have been a Switch downloadable game.
It should have been like super
crazy.
It
really should have. But I'm wondering if they're holding out for like a legitimate Switch Mario Party game then, and they're just doing this to kind of.
They could do some cool, unique things with a full Switch.
They really
Mario
could.
They could. Yeah.
You know, I really hope that would kind of maybe push that to the next level.
Throw in all those 1-2 Switch games in there, but Mario style.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna skip out on this one just because the last couple Mario Party games have been okay. And
I don't care for the mobile ones.
Yeah, Island Tour wasn't.
Island Tour was kind of fun, but we only played it like once or twice together.
Yeah,
and that was it. Atlas announced a bunch of stuff. Alliance Alive, which looks like that one game. I always forget what it was called, but we were gonna get it.
Legend of Legacy.
Legend of Legacy.
Wow, did I say it right?
Okay. Yeah. But it looks like that. It just looks like a generic JRPG. It could be really cool. Legend of Legacy was kind of fun, but
is that the vampire one?
No. That's Code Vein by
Code Vein,
and that's a Dark Souls style game coming out on PS4.
Yeah, it still looks super JRPG.
No, it does.
Super Japanime.
Yes. Atlas also announced 2 re-releases or remakes on the 3DS. Shin Megami Tensei Strange Journey Redux and Radiant Historia Perfect Chronology.
Radiant Historia would probably be.
Yeah, I might get that one.
I'm probably going to get that one.
I've heard a lot about that.
I played a little bit. It was really, really cool. I've played Strange Journey also. Not my favorite Shin Megami Tensei game, so I'm definitely going to skip that one.
Mm-hmm.
We got Fire Emblem Warriors on the 3DS coming.
I thought that was that's not a Switch title.
It is.
It is.
Oh, okay.
No. They're doing the same thing as Hyrule Warriors.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah,
but they're probably going to do that dumb thing where they're going to put all the good DLC on the mobile version.
Yeah, they really want to sell that 2DS.
Yeah. We got Minecraft 3DS.
Cool. Yeah.
I mean,
man, I'm way out of this. I thought that came out a while ago.
No, they never
the
put
3DS?
Minecraft.
No.
They never put it out in the 3DS.
See, I'm all for that. Like the Wii U version, I wish I got just because the second screen being your inventory. That's so useful. Like it's such a first world problem.
Yeah.
Like you can hit a button for your thing, but like it's so. I think it'd be useful.
No, that was definitely. And
that's a lot to throw onto a 3DS though.
Yeah.
Depending on what version they give you.
It's the regular version as far as I know. It came with all the Nintendo DLC too.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Wow.
Octopath Traveler got a demo. They released it during right after the Direct.
Yeah, we played it.
we were sitting there watching the direct together. We immediately downloaded it and played.
And we played through 30 minutes of story.
Okay, so after we were done, I went back to it a couple days later, and I immediately got into combat.
Okay, good.
So it's slow.
Yeah.
The story that was there was good. It was dark, a little bit more adult, because you play as the dancer Primrose, and it's set up kind of like a house of ill repute. Mm-hmm. And there's some dark things going on, a little bit of abuse and whatnot, and some murders, and a lot of cool story. It looks beautiful. Mm-hmm. The game looked amazing. The voice acting was really good.
So I'm gonna throw this out there. It gives me an Unlimited Saga feel.
Yes.
Like, why though?
Why does it give you that?
I don't know why.
Because Saga,
I think maybe because of choosing all the different characters, and they all kind of have their own little character path in the game.
Also, Saga games are known for going like with weird, very artistic art styles. Mm-hmm. I mean, if you play Saga Frontier 1 or 2, everything looks hand-painted. This game, like, it's all the pixel art, but everything looks really, really good. Like, the characters are all pixely, but then the environments are all 3D and really well detailed. The combat, when I got into it, was very, very smooth, and there's a break system where it reminds me of Xenosaga 2 a little bit, or like a Shin Megami Tensei game, where if you hit them with their weakness, the enemies break, and then you just rail on them as hard as you can until they're down. But you have to break them first. So, but the game was cool. I haven't played as the other character yet, but that game looks really, really cool. I'm really excited for that on the Switch. We don't know when it's coming out. Maybe sometime next year, they said. But yeah.
And the most exciting part of the Direct, though, come on, for real.
That's why I saved it for last. So real quick, Doom and Wolfenstein 2 on the Switch. Doom is not coming with the snap map stuff, though.
I saw.
Which was the user-created content. I mean,
but that was probably the part of, like, so when you have the game on your system, it's like 80 gigs, you know?
Oh, it's so big.
Oh, yeah.
It's such a large game.
And, like, that's probably part of it. Because you do have to, like, install the single player and the multiplayer separately, and then the snap map separately.
Yeah.
So it might be a space saver, but it also might be just a logistics thing as well.
Yeah. It's true. I'm a little sad that it's not going to be there, but at the same time, it's nice to see they're getting Doom, which was such a good game. Mm-hmm. It was awesome. Yeah, it's going to be like 720p. I think 30 FPS when it's docked. Whatever.
Yeah, take it on the go.
If you're playing it on the Switch, it's not going to matter. It's going to look amazing. It's going to look as good as it does on the TV on your Switch. Yeah. Maybe if you play it on the TV, you'll notice some stuff, but the multiplayer will be there, and that's kind of the
that's cool.
part.
That's really cool. The multiplayer's there.
But Wolfenstein: The New Colossus, which when we saw E3, that was the only Bethesda thing they showed that we were like, yes, give me more of that.
Yeah.
So that's really, really cool. And I'll probably pick up the new Colossus on my Switch. Doom, I'm not sure. I'm still on the fence. Because I already own it on PS4.
Yeah.
But playing it on the go might be nice.
Yeah.
After that, Tokyo Game Show was in September.
Yes.
A couple of things from there. Noctis is in Dissidia.
Yay.
Cool. So they did a very they did a Final Fantasy thing that was very Nintendo. They announced Final Fantasy 9 on the PS4, and guess what? It's out now!
But it wasn't Nintendo, it was on PS4.
Yeah, it was Sony doing that. But it was a very Nintendo Direct kind of thing to do.
Yeah.
It is like $20, which has me going,
But it's the newer, updated version with the updated character models and stuff like that.
Yeah, I know, and I might pick it up at some point, but I did that with 7, because 7's my favorite.
I think I already have 9 on my PS3, so...
I do too, I have it on my PS3.
And a lot of it, if you're a PlayStation fan, you have it already.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Monster Hunter World got a release date.
When is that coming out?
January 2018 in Japan. I don't know if that's worldwide though or not. I couldn't find it.
It's probably not. Yeah. I'm excited for that. I like Monster Hunter.
I've actually only ever played the demos for like 3 and 4, and I'm not a huge fan.
No, it's fun. It's all. I mean, obviously, it's more fun with friends, but
yeah, it gives me that impression.
Yeah,
it'd probably be really fun.
I had 3U for the Wii U. I had about 60, 70 hours into it. It was pretty cool.
I did play the demo for Monster Hunter Stories on the 3DS.
Yeah.
Looks really pretty. Cell-shaded, cartoon.
Oh, yeah, it's super stylistic.
Yeah, the cutscenes look terrible because of that, though. Because they don't do cell-shaded cutscenes. They do, like, 3D models, so all the characters look weird. But, I mean, it's okay. We got 3 announcements for PlayStation VR. Gungrave.
Like old PS2 Gungrave?
Old PS2 Gungrave.
In VR.
In VR.
Interesting.
I know nothing else about it, other than it's coming to PSVR. The big announcement that got me for VR was Zone of the Enders Anubis Mars.
Yeah, so how does that work in VR? Are you just like hovering over it?
Like you're in the cockpit and it shows you...
Oh, you're in the cockpit of
the
thing?
Yeah, it's a cockpit view.
Oh,
like they showed
cool.
that multiple times, like cockpit view moving around.
Okay.
I think maybe not. I don't know. Like I watched the trailer and it doesn't really explain anything. It just looks like another Zone of the Enders trailer. But so it is a remaster with bonus features. I'm pretty sure you can play it non-VR.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I don't know if it's just Zone of the Enders 2 or if it's 1 and 2. When I watched the trailer, I definitely saw images from 2. I have trouble picking out if there was anything from 1 in there, so I don't know if it's both or if it's just 2. I mean, I don't know. I'm excited because Zone of the Enders needs more stuff, but just give me a third game. Of course, Kojima's not with Konami anymore, so maybe it won't happen.
Is it enough for you to get a PSVR?
No.
Drop that $500?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I will.
I want one, but not enough yet.
No, there needs to be something that works really well. Like you know,
give me Mario PSVR.
Oh yeah.
If I get the Zone of the Enders like VR thing, I will ring up Punk Hero and be like, "Can I borrow your VR?" and just try.
How does he have one?
Yeah, he's got one. Yeah. And then the last PSVR game, because let's face it, this is what everyone wanted. Neko Etsume, that cat collecting mobile game, is coming to PlayStation VR.
We don't need this.
You guys gonna watch the movie?
There's a movie.
There's a movie. Japan's making a movie. That was announced like a year ago. It's like the dude's like a writer or something, and he sees like a stray cat in his yard. He starts feeding it, and gets on from there.
What's the conflict in this movie?
The cats never show up. The conflict is he's so stressed that cats aren't showing, and he's just throwing money at his phone.
Wow. Okay. Great. So Tokyo Game Show, to be honest, there wasn't a whole lot of like good stuff, but Square Enix did announce a new game. Mm-hmm. It's called Left Alive, and
I saw something about this. Yeah.
I did not know much about it other than what they claimed it was, which was a survival action shooter. But then I researched more into it, and I'm now very excited for it.
Because the people who make all your favorite stuff.
No, hold on. There's more. So it's one of the guys behind Armored Core, Toshifumi Nabeshima, from Metal Gear Yoji Shinkawa, and famous mech designer Takayuki Yanase. So it's a whole bunch of mech guys working on this, and then they announced it's in the Front Mission universe. It's taking place between Front Mission 5 and Front Mission Evolved, which was the PS3, Xbox 360 one. So it's a Front Mission game.
That's cool.
Which is...
It's sort of like StarCraft Ghost, but it's actually coming out.
Hopefully, yes.
And it's in the Front Mission universe.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah. And, I mean, it's Front Mission. It's mechs. But I kind of want a new Front Mission that's a turn-based strategy game like the old ones. But I really liked Evolve because it was more Armored Core than the latest Armored Core games have been. And... Jonesy. And then the last thing was Atlas said that coming up soon, not at Tokyo Game Show, but soon, they would release more information on the Shin Megami Tensei game for the Switch.
Okay.
They said really soon.
It could literally be anything.
Yeah.
It could be a remake of the original, which would be welcome, especially if they did it right.
Right. It could be 5. It could be 5. It could be a remake of 4 with Apocalypse attached onto it.
On the Switch. That could be cool. I don't know if I would get it, though.
I would get... If it's Shin Megami Tensei 4, I would get it again. I really liked Shin Megami Tensei 4 a lot.
I'm hoping they would go a little bit... Just do something.
I'm really hoping...
I'm almost positive they would probably say something if it was something like that already.
Maybe, yeah.
Like they would just make it obvious that it was just a remake.
Yeah. I doubt it's Persona. Because they're stressing Shin Megami Tensei.
Yeah, and Persona's always been more of a PlayStation thing.
It has been, except for Persona Q.
I was going to say, except for the 3DS.
Yeah. But, I don't know. We'll see. And the last thing we got to talk about is this month, actually just a couple of days ago from recording this, the SNES Classic came out.
Did you get one?
Nope.
We didn't.
Lambo was close.
I showed up there, and I was too far back in the line. But it was okay, and yeah. I don't know.
So here's my...
I don't know how I feel about it. I'm like, I want one.
It's classic Nintendo. Just never make enough.
I'm just going to... Yeah.
Well, they said that they were fixing that.
They said they were fixing that.
Yeah. Well, here's my big conundrum with it. I looked at the list of the 21 games, and I think all but 4 of them are either available for download on the Wii U, or I specifically have them on my Wii U.
Or you have them on your Raspberry Pi.
Well, okay, so here's the problem with that, though. Raspberry Pi, you're not buying the games, and there's the issue of pirating and stuff on there.
What? I didn't pirate anything on here.
It's also not a real pie.
Yeah, I'm really disappointed. I want some Raspberry Pi. But, like, I understand, yeah. And that was part of my reason also, because I have a Raspberry Pi, like, why I didn't want an SNES Classic. Because it's $80, and it's 21 games. I can't add anything to it. And, like I said, a lot of those games, like Super Mario RPG, Super Mario World, Super Metroid, A Link to the Past, Mega Man X.
Secret of Mana.
Secret of Mana I don't have.
I can't wait for the next one.
Yeah.
Or the re-release. That's not a sequel, is it? Or is it?
No,
What is it?
What is it?
It's the remake?
The Seiken Densetsu Collection.
Yeah.
It is the...
No, there's a remake.
Remake Secret of Mana.
Oh, that's right.
Coming out for the PS4.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Sorry, I forgot.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that. That's going to be cool.
That will be cool.
Yes.
Especially if they add in the co-op. Because it's 3-player co-op.
Yes, it is. Which is weird. Not many games you see there.
Well, a lot
3-player.
That was like a Super Nintendo type thing.
Yeah, it was like, special.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, like, it's still a weird number. It's usually 2 or 4, but...
Yeah.
So none of us got it, and I don't know that... Like I said, I don't know if I want it.
I really want one, and I'm gonna keep my eye out and just kind of do what I can to get one. You know, apparently our local GameStop took pre-orders at some point. You know, I have no idea when it happened.
No, I don't know.
It flew under my radar.
Yeah.
And, so, that was kind of part of the issue why I didn't get one. And the other issue, of course, is not getting there early enough, and,
well, there was stuff going on, too, that kind of prevented that. But, I mean, I'm sad that I don't get to try Star Fox 2.
I mean, I'm sure you can find it for your delicious Raspberry Pi.
Well, now I probably could. Originally, there were all kinds of builds out there that were not complete, and a lot of people complained about it.
Every ROM I've tried to play didn't work, in some sort of way. I would get the originals like splash screen, and then it just wouldn't work from there or something.
Same. And now there are places out there where you can buy cartridges.
Yeah,
that's cool.
With the ROM loaded onto it, and you can play it on your original Super Nintendo.
Which would be cool.
Did you see the Street Fighter 2 cartridge that they did for their anniversary? The one they're re-releasing for the Switch download.
Yeah, I did.
That was cool. Expensive. I think they're selling them for like $100.
Well, that's Capcom for you.
Yeah.
Because for Mega Man's 30th anniversary, what did they do?
Nothing.
Mega Man. No, life-size Mega Man plushie, because that's what the fans wanted. We wanted a life-size Mega Man plushie. To heck with the games. We don't need any more Mega Man games. It's only been like 15 years since we've gotten a good one.
Yeah, they should have made just like a Mega Man waifu pillow. It would have been just as effective.
Mega Man apron.
I'm really mad. I'm really mad.
He's in Marvel vs. Capcom.
Mega Man X is, but that doesn't matter. I want a Mega Man X game.
They could have put box art Mega Man back into the fighting game.
Yeah, they learned their lesson with that. That was stupid.
He's my favorite character.
Who are they trying to appeal by putting original box art Mega Man 1 into, was it Street Fighter, or no, it was Street Fighter X Tekken.
Yeah.
It wasn't even Street Fighter 4 or Street Fighter 5. It was one of the crossover games.
Look, you know that they probably hired an intern, and they're like, hey, make a Mega Man model, and he was just being a troll. And it's like, I'm going to make this one. They're like, all right, well, we don't have the time to make actual Mega Man, so that he's in.
They put Pac-Man in it, too, and you remember what Pac-Man looked like? That was horrifying, too.
They just paint a man yellow.
Just look it up at some point. Can we show it here?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna.
You're gonna look it up. But like, I don't know what Capcom's doing anymore. I really don't know what they're doing anymore. They're re-releasing games.
I don't think they know either.
Ever since Legends 3, everything just fell apart, and I.
Oh my goodness!
He smiles so much.
At least he's smiling. Yeah. He's happy to be there. Other Pac-Man isn't.
I mean, honestly, this is like Super Nintendo Pac-Man right there.
Yeah, but it's still horrifying to see him in a fighting game like fighting.
Why didn't they put that Pac-Man in Smash Bros?
I think they were fine with the one they got, but. Anyway.
So why the beer gut on the Mega Man box art?
That's the best part.
I don't know. I don't know who designed the original.
Oh, I love that face.
What face?
That one.
Yeah.
No.
It reminds me of Dead Rising.
God.
So awful.
They had Mega Man stuff in Dead Rising.
I want Mega Man. I want a Mega Man game.
Mega Man
Stop acknowledging the fact that we know we own Mega Man, but we're not going to give you a new game. Stop doing that and just give us a Mega Man game.
It's almost like they don't want your money.
I would give them all my money if they released a Mega Man game. But
Not if they released a Mega Man game, it'd have to be a specific one for you.
No.
Like, what if it was like the Samus co-op?
I would buy it.
Yeah. Oh, so Mega Man special, but Samus isn't?
No, Samus is not special. I've not bought every Metroid game.
Have you bought every Mega Man game?
Just about in some incarnation.
Okay. Not Legends 3.
It's a sore spot. It burns. He's walking
away.
No.
No, I want to believe that I have between like every. Oh no, there is one Mega Man game I never bought because I didn't know which one to buy it.
We should look up some bootleg Mega Man games and try to see how they look.
Oh, they're terrible. Actually, have you ever seen the PC version of Mega Man 1?
No.
Oh, it's awful. It's awful. But I've never bought Mega Man 10.
I don't think I did either.
Mega Man Cross.
No, that was 10. Not X.
Oh, wow, that might be Mega Man Cross now.
And Mega Man Cross 1, Mega Man Cross 2.
Oh, what if that's it? What if it's not Mega Man X, it's Mega Man Cross?
Oh, man. Oh, you are.
It's just unseated everything.
This is wrinkling my brain.
Pick another letter, Capcom. I want Mega Man V.
I've even played Mega Man Soccer.
Mega Man Soccer?
It's pretty awesome.
That sounds fun.
It's terrible. It's awful.
Is it like FIFA style?
Yeah. I mean, as much as you want to imagine it is.
We'll show you at some point. Yeah. It's pretty awful. But, yeah. I mean, no, if they released a Mega Man game, I'd buy it. But they just don't want my money. Because Capcom we've got Street Fighter and Resident Evil remakes. And that's it. But,
yeah.
Resident Evil 4, now with Mega Man skin.
Yes! Come on, wouldn't you play that game with like a Mega Man Buster?
That'd be awesome.
Instead of kicking people, you'd pay $5 for that.
I mean, I would, but you would just see me like sobbing deeply as I'm like, I just want Mega Man.
Just one tear down the cheek.
Yeah.
No, I'd be sobbing. Yeah.
Sad crying Indian style. It's good.
But anyway, do we have anything else to talk about from the month of September? Did anything else happen?
Wake me up when September ends.
Well, then this is your wake-up call. Yeah. Because September's over and we're recapping. Yeah. But there's a lot of good stuff going forward. I mean, Mario's this month.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
This is an odyssey.
I
want to buy that song.
Yeah.
You probably can.
Yeah. Probably can.
Somewhere. Yeah.
There better be a new Donk City song. It just like sounds like there should be.
I can't wait to interact with all those new donkers.
Hold on. Would you be happy if it was a new Donk City song, but it was basically just a DK rap?
Yes, but you know that's what I meant. Yeah.
What if you're in New Donk City and you get mugged by somebody with a coconut gun?
There's some new donker dressed up as Eminem, and he's like the rapper.
Oh my god!
I'm desperate, man. Get with the coconut gun.
But no, there's a lot of stuff coming out in October. I'm sure we'll talk all about that.
Mm-hmm.
I know for October we're planning to do some kind of horror game stream. Spooky. So we'll see how that goes. But
I still have what is it? I have PT. I don't know if you guys have that.
Oh yeah,
have that? You
still
have
PT.
I did.
Oh no!
I'm never gonna play it again.
Well, just to have.
No.
Nope.
Good. Played it.
Whatever.
Played it. Beat it. Never gonna
play it
again.
It's on my PS4.
Yeah. I have Outlast.
I have Outlast also.
Did you get the second one?
No. I never beat the first one. I got Resident Evil 7.
Some of the DLC for Resident Evil 7 might be fun to play through.
I was going to say, DLC for Outlast, you probably don't want to play that. That's not very child-friendly.
No.
None of Outlast is very child-friendly.
But one of the DLCs for Resident Evil 7 is like an escape room.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, which is kind of cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, we tried it out.
You're like tied down to the bed, and like the grandma keeps like walking in and out of the room, and you have to like figure out a way to get out of the room.
And like every now and then you have to, like if you make any noise, you have to quickly get back in bed and make sure everything's back where it belongs.
Yeah, but if like something on the wall is like backwards.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, so you have to like think about undoing all this stuff you did.
So maybe we'll
maybe
we'll try that out sometime.
Mm-hmm.
But for this episode of Nerdstrodamus, I'm Dr. Pants.
I'm Lambo.
I'm SLOTAD.
And don't forget, you can find us on Facebook at
Nerdstrodamus.
And on YouTube at
Nerdstrodamus.
And email at
Nerdstrodamus1412@gmail.com.
And we're on Twitter at
NerdstrodamusDL.
And we're on Twitch.
Nerdstrodamus.
Did I forget it?
I don't know. Whatever. Instagrams.
But
Hashtag mobile gaming.
Hashtag mobile gaming. And in fact, like we did this as a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure to subscribe to us for podcasts because I think we plan to do this every month like this.
Mm-hmm.
You can either watch the video or listen to the podcast. So make sure to subscribe to that. But this has been Nerdstrodamus, and we'll check you again on the next episode and the next podcast at the end of October.